toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on a team looking to get into the win column, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Will put total weather to crank us up. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap to the ground with the back. There he goes. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
We really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast, win our conference. Well, this is...
Oh, there's an alley to the left. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all this speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Got some room to run. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game with all the rain, they were going to have to be able to run the ball and be more physical, but of course you can't avoid passing situations, and they're just going to have to be better as this game goes on, connecting on these gimme throws. They weren't able to do it there, and as a result, they turn it over on the first drive of the game.
Under fire. He's got him. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. When you're called Corn Huskers, you're like a big red thrashing machine, and you're going to get it done on the ground.
Just going to chew up the ground yards. Just going to eat you up, play physical, be different. And that's what Nebraska fans want. Throw back to the old days, the glory days, and they want some of that here in this recent history.
They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
Man, how about defense? I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Back to pass, it's Wilkins. Got it in the middle, it's Bland. How about picking up tough yards like that as he gets to the 22? The Cornhuskers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Here comes the option. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow. They don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill. Go get the running back. Get a tackle for a loss.
Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the right. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Lets it fly. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Quickly to the tight end. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. Looking to throw on first down. Unleashes one deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to. And instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball, man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over from the moment the ball left his hand.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. On the move, he fires. Makes the grab. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. And the Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. They send the tight end in motion. They'll throw it from the red zone. Fires to the wideout. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Couldn't quite get it into the end zone as he's run out of bounds at the 7.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. He showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
Snap to the back. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. Back has it. Now the toss. Touchdown, Penn State! Great job by the back on the option.
And a great job by the quarterback, Reese, making the right read. I got to get that defense to commit to me. Now I pitch it. Running back catches it. I'll take this. I'll do the rest. But it was a great read by the quarterback.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point makes it 7-3. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. And he takes this from inside the 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. Quarterback making adjustments. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down. Bringing the heat. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Makes the grab on the right. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake. Takes a hit as he fires. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
To throw, it's Wilkins. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage.
Touchdown, Nebraska! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, Dave.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's not going to take the touchback. Slips through the line. He's got an alley. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He's got great speed. Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Husker. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
They're just about to boot it away, full of energy after housing that last kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He hurls one deep down the left side. Catch inside the 25. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. After a play like that, you have to get it in the end zone on this drive. Handoff to the single running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that.
The Nittany Lions trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. Takes the easy one to the back. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. He's got it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Quick strike through the air for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost it.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Now, I'm not going to argue if this production keeps up as we start the second. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. Bringing it back. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Looking to pass. It's Wilkins. Picked off. A turnover in their own end. And he is taking it all the way back. Touchdown, Penn State. Effective offense has led the way, but a most effective defensive play there.
No doubt. Putting separation now. This game's starting to get out of hand. Defense making plays like this. Offense continuing to score points. Hey, defense wins championships and apparently scores points.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Glenn. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Wants to go up top on first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Leaves it with the running back. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The play-action fake. Going over the top. And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot in bounds.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in third and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. On the option. Quick toss. Pick up of 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
The screen game for this offense, man, it's a feel thing, like when to call it and when you can anticipate somebody being aggressive, and they pick the right time, man. They hit the defense, 3rd down, big play, slip it right behind the linebackers, make the play, and get the first down.
Looking to throw, it's Wilkins. Here's a heat. Quarterback moving. He's going to take off. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You can see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's
intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Taking it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
And the Nittany Lions took those plain headgears, got their blocks, and picked up the first down.
Yeah, and those headgears are a staple, aren't they, of college football? I know exactly what you're talking about, those beautiful helmets. They don't change very much, very traditional. Penn State keeps it simple. Being traditional, running the football.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Going to swing it on 2nd down. It's complete. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. He caught it into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Bland. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more accurate. Obviously, that was the problem the last game out. Completed less than 50% of his passes there. And he's doing it again here. You just can't score points if you're not completing throws.
Unloads to the wideout. Just a barista move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Got a man. It's Bland. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And the Huskers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Dropping back, it's Wilkins. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Cornhusker! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And with the extra point, they now trail 35-24. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
I'll tell you, you're lucky if you're watching a college football game and you see one return for a touchdown. That's now his second of the game. This guy is absolutely lethal. He's shown you his open field running ability. He's shown you his speed. I'll be shocked if anybody kicks his way the rest of this game and the rest of the season.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Fires one high and deep. He's got it on the right. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. The Huskers racing to the line in a hurry up. The give from the gun. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Up-tempo for the offense.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run it.
Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
The Nittany Lions with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to go up top. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. He's looking downfield to throw. He's got an open man. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
It's now 2nd down.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Defense not showing press coverage. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. He's going to run it. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tight end now in motion. To the air on 1st down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His 2nd interception in the 1st half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Scanning the field, it's Wilkins. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Interesting play call for this offense, man. A slow developing screen on a 3rd and short when a defense is a little bit aggressive, and it doesn't work. And it's easy to question after the fact, obviously, right, guys? Like, it didn't work, but I don't love that play call when I know a defense will be really aggressive on 3rd and short.
The Cornhuskers will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to boot it away for the 1st time tonight. Looks as if this one will be marked down around the 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll run it from the gun. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
The Nittany Lions now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
Trying to burn this defensive back. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Well, that DB did everything right on that deep shot. You saw the speed. You saw his ability to turn his hips. And how about getting his head around, locating the football, and then knocking it away? Couldn't have done that better.
Let's see what he can do with it. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Back to throw, it's Wilkins. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Huskers come to the line in the hurry-up. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Working that wide receiver screen. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Motion from the back. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down.
Now, fourth down.
The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half.
Timeout, Nebraska.
So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything. Invent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Looking to throw, it's Wilkins. Got his man. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third?
Here we go.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Throws to the wideout. And here's the third interception of the night. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Looking to scramble. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, should have ran a better route.
Looking downfield, it's Wilkins. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet.
He tries to take the top off, and they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Huskers will call on their punt team.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
And the ball will be down just outside the 30-yard line. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. Oh, he's got some space. Past the 20. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And the pummeling has started.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much in the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Key. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Back to throw, it's Wilkins. Takes his shot. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
You know, a lot of times you're trying to throw slants against man coverage. If you're going to do it against zone, it's got to be so precise, and that time just a little bit off, and that's why it falls incomplete.
2nd down, he'll throw it. He's going to throw deep right side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll leave it with the lone back. Makes it past the marker. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward. But when you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. If you can't throw it late, it's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
Reads it, fires complete. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions, and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the tailback. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience, bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. He's got him still on his feet. Touchdown, Penn State! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Well, when you've got a quarterback that has this type of ability, there's no question what your strategy is going to be week in, week out, right? They want to throw the football. They want to hurt you with their ability to push it downfield through the air. 3 passing TDs in this one already.
Nebraska, 34.
He'll bring it out. It's Bland. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Lofts one high and deep. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of it.
Breaks into the open. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Wilkins. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And watching this offense the past couple weeks, man, everything's hard. And they got to find a way to get some easier routes, some quicker throws, some higher percentage things because they're just not hitting at a high clip, and they got to find a way.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
He's got it inside the 30. Oh, he's getting ahead of stick. Touchdown, Husker. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I think sometimes QBs know before the snap who they're going to. You could tell he looks to the right immediately, knows this guy's going towards the middle of the field, reads the safety, put the ball on the money, over the linebackers, away from the safety, gets the big catch, and he walks into the end zone for a touchdown.
Nebraska 41.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Trying to get the corner. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Really nice job by the quarterback, dropping back, understanding. He knew his wide receiver was going to drag across the middle of the field. Good timing, waiting for him to come open, hitting him with the strike.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Wide open downfield. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. And the Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Get it out on the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
The defense was on to something there. They were sensing screen might be coming up. D-line did a great job staying home, getting close to the running back and tackling him for no gain.
Tight end finds a soft spot. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Giving up for first down.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So first down will open up the final period. Let's go! Let's go! Now on the counter. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
That's really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Barmore. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be...
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Nebraska, 41.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Key. He gets a block. He's on the loose. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And he's in for the second score of the game. My goodness. Note to self. Kickoff team. Don't kick it to him anymore. Squib it. Kick it to the other guy. Just don't let that guy touch it again.
My philosophy on going for two is only when you have to. Looking to throw, it's Wilkins. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a two-point conversion. The interception was just gravy.
Nebraska.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Penn State.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. The run from the shotgun. Hard running there. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. And he throws another interception. His 4th of the night. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, the defense isn't quitting. They're obviously down big here in the fourth quarter with just a little bit of time left. Obviously, it'll take a Herculean effort to come back, but could that interception be the spark that ignites this team?
Firing to the right, complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Cornhuskers moving quickly to the line. To the air, it's Wilkins. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
Well, you wonder that time if the QB was just forcing that one over to his running back. He's already made some catches in this game. The defense is aware of that, though, and that time they had outstanding coverage. There was no way that was going to be complete.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter. And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Turning it on. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
Give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Rides to the back and leaves it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down, doesn't convert this time. The Nittany Lions decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better.
He lets one fly deep. He's got it along the sideline. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. And the Huskers want to crank the tempo. Quarterback may change this route. Back to pass, it's Wilkins. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. He lobs one high down the left side. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, they're not able to hook up there, but considering this guy already has 2 touchdown catches in this game, now the offensive coordinator is dialing up more passes his way. And you know the quarterback, he's got like a sonar on him. He's always aware of where he is, and I like the idea. I'm going to keep throwing this guy the football and see if he can get another touchdown.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. They're going to run it to the right. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. Got his man. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
And on 4th down, they'll take a knee, but this one's just about over.
Hey, how about this, D? You think they're locked in and dialed into this quarterback and his ability to run the football? You've seen him make plays throughout this game. They know it. They're seeing it, and they're making sure that guy's not going to beat him.
Well, this quarterback has had a lot of success burning this defense with his legs. That time, though, there was nowhere to go. Give the defense credit. They won their one-on-ones up front. Tremendous speed getting to him and bringing him down for a TFL.
Now facing a 3rd and long. This is a design run. He's tackled right at the 40-yard line. That is well short of the 1st down, and let's see if they go for it here. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Nittany Lions will line up to punt it away. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Dropping back, it's Wilkins. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. He's taking a deep shot. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
Yeah, it's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack.